Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another rendition of Hunters Anonymous. Wednesday night. See, I've already screwed it up. It's Wednesday night live chat. I told James I've been in my pajamas all day because Florida weather's been kind of crappy. But how's everybody doing? Welcome to Wednesday night. Thanks for everybody that's tuned in. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your enemies, tell the dead. Come on in.
Yes.
Uh,
Happy Wednesday evening.
Happy Hump Day. Me and James are in it to win it. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing all right? And hey, Jim. Hey, everybody. I'm just scrolling through. Just hello, everybody
Yeah.
that's in. Uh, we got Jim McCrary coming on, hopefully shortly. Proprietor of a home haunt called No Remorse Cemetery.
Which I will be linking to shortly when he gets on.
There you go. Super cool guy. An avid haunter. We'll be asking him all kinds of fun questions. He's a cool cat.
Yeah, he does more haunt tours, I think, than most people I know. Him and Ronnie.
Yeah, next person will be on Ronnie. Hey, William. Welcome from Ontario, Canada. Whew, I am not literally saying anything correctly tonight.
Nice to know we have somebody from Canada watching. That's cool.
Yeah, heck yeah, Canada. That is awesome. Keep your cold ass weather up there too.
I don't know, man. I'm enjoying a little bit of the coolness.
Well, in Florida, we're just getting rain, so it's kind of warm. And there's Jim watching.
Hey,
Words
Jim.
are hard. Words are very hard.
Yeah, figure it out. What's going on with you?
I don't know. Oh, and just I guess I realize this. There is a bit of a delay. James is saying it's about 10 seconds, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the hell that means. But if responses are like slow, or maybe we respond before you ask the question, then I don't know what the hell. Send rain down. It's coming. Mark, the rain is coming. Hopefully, can wash down the Disney park since none of you bastards are doing it since you're closed.
Yeah. Hey, what did anybody catch what they said about that? I wasn't. I'm not really keeping up with Florida too much. I meant to, but I missed it
Theme
today.
parks, yeah, theme parks stay closed. DeSantis is, hey, Steven. DeSantis is opening up certain things in a month. It'll all be closed again because,
Yeah.
we'll have doubled our numbers by then. But yeah, theme parks are still closed. Free public air conditioning. That's sweet. Uh, I was just sent that video. It was disgusting.
Potters.
Potters are here. What's up? Potters in the house.
Man, I try to catch you every time you pop in on the stream for like 2 seconds, and you're always gone before. Beaches open on the 4th. If it was
Yeah, our
July,
beaches.
we could make the whole Jaws connection.
Yeah. Well, trust me, they'll be closed by July the 4th. So, hell, they'll be closed by June the 4th. Um, yeah, restaurants and beaches, it'll all be closed again. But that's it's how you want to interpret it. But my interpretation is that in less than a month we'll be closed again. So, but the theme parks are closed. So, we'll have to have the Potters on, by the way. Frank and Vicky Potter will have to come on here and talk about their HHN Express. 13 skeletons is in the house. Oh, God. Oh, my God, James, you know what I'm doing? This is not good. Oh, my God. All I need is a soundboard and do like this. 13 skeletons are in the house.
Hold on. I can do it. Give me a second. Let's keep that. Oh god. I think I've got an air horn somewhere on here.
Hey, Ellen. State parks in Jersey open Saturday. Now, I mean, I hope everything goes okay. I just.
I got it.
Uh-oh.
There
Here
we
we go.
go.
Potters are gonna. Uh-oh.
You won't hear it, but they will.
Okay. um, Potters are gonna definitely come on this show. I don't care what you say, but
Yeah,
uh,
even if we have to brag them with some Jägermeister.
yeah. Let's see. Theme parks get to open when they see fit. Yeah, that's pretty much. That's pretty much. They'll just replace all the lagoons with sanitizer.
So that means Lego Lego World or whatever. What is the name of that park? Legoland? They ought to just
Yeah,
open up at any point.
yeah.
With their numbers, they'll be well within their 6 foot minimum distancing.
Oh, William says everything's closed down there until they get the zombies delivered.
Well, what are you guys waiting for, man?
Legoland.
Send them on down. I know the zombies keep better in Canada.
the po- the lag is so bad. I'm like Potter keeps saying nope, and I'm
Nope.
like nope to what? I'm like oh that's right. Yeah, we're gonna get you on here. That's all good. Mark's been on here. Everybody's gonna get on here. Lee's been on here for God's sake. She wouldn't shut the hell up. And I mean the Gleasons still hold the record.
yeah. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to beat them.
Yeah, the God. I'd have to keep everything plugged in to beat the Gleason's record of 350 hours. But how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? My iPad has bigger delay than my phone. That sounds vaguely pornographic.
Oh, sounds like Jim's here. Yep, Jim is here.
Oh, is he? Is he talking?
No,
Can I hear
no.
him?
He
Oh,
just got in.
oh yeah. Okay.
He has his
Yep.
mic muted.
There's some good ass burgers. That's right, Mark.
Oh Jesus. Audio's 5
Audio's
out of 5 though. Ah,
sweet.
yeah, that's cool. Let me see what's going on with Jim's. Are you just muted, Jim, or are you actually having connection interrupted?
Uh-oh.
Jim may actually be having problems with
That's cool. I mean, we just got in. Um,
it.
little tech. He may need some tech help. Um,
Hey, Mom.
yeah, she said, "Hey, Michael," a while ago, and I was like, "Oh, hey." I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute."
Yeah, I was ignoring the fact she didn't even say hello to her son, but whatever.
I think that's all good. So anyway, how's it? Nobody has answered. How's everybody doing? We all know who's opening, what's not opening, and Legoland 500 times. And the Potters are saying they're not going to come on board, but they will. So there you go.
Oh yeah.
Um, uh, hopefully the weather is good for everybody. We know what's cold, what's warm. Florida is preparing, of course, for pandemic hurricane season.
Lag time.
Uh, trying to get.
Friday night. We do have a special thing going on Friday night for our stream. Along with our usual chaos of 900 people talking at once. We're actually going to be streaming a game. It's a Sega Genesis game, as a matter of fact, called A Haunting with Poltergeist, starring Poltergeist.
Nice.
And that should be pretty awesome. It's just going to be background, so won't interfere with the conversations except for maybe me, since I'll be the one actually playing it.
That is super sweet. Something to look at while we're yipper yapping. See
Yeah.
how drunk the Gleasons get this time. Um,
Oh, we're working on the T-shirt actually.
13. That's me. I am the procrastinator of all things logo. But yes, we are working on it. I think that James and I have. We're not. I guess maybe we'll wait till Friday or something, or maybe. But we've also I think we've got an official name for the new fella. I mean, unless now, you know what? What do you think? You just want to
Yeah,
wait?
go for it. No, I'm fine with it. If that's what I'm totally okay with it. But if you're not
Okay.
ready for it, we can hold off.
I No, I mean, I don't care. Yeah. So to answer the question, 13. Uh-oh, the Potters are having difficulties. Well, they'll fix it. But yeah, 13. Yeah, we are now that things are rolling so awesome, and I've got myself in gear to start doing the.
Unless,
Oh, I
Yep.
hear Jim.
sure, no, I'm fine
Oh,
with it.
there's Jim.
Hey guys,
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
big. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I had it saved in there, and I guess when it went to sleep, it just decided to lock up on me. So I rebooted.
Oh, no worries. You got it figured out. So.
Yeah, man, you
Yeah.
sound good.
Thanks. You too. Good talking to you guys.
Yeah, man. It's been
You too.
years.
Thanks for
Yeah,
coming in.
no problem. It's been a while, Mike.
It's been a long while. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, it's been. I guess Midwest Hunters was the last with you and Tristan, correct?
Uh, yes. Was Midwest before or after Horror Nights? It was after, wasn't it?
I'm pretty sure it was after. Yeah.
I'm terrible at time. I'm 100% terrible at time.
Yeah. Well, it's been a long time. So there you go.
Lord. Well, let's start it off. Introduce yourself, and tell everybody like who you are and what you do and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, my name's Jim McCrary. I like Halloween. It's a sickness, but hey, if I can't get help in charter, I got help somewhere, I think. Uh, I do the No Remorse Cemetery, which is not really a haunt. There was haunt aspects to it at one time when I did animations and the stilt costume. It's more of a display now, just because of situation and circumstances. If you have a haunt, you have to count on people, and then you have to have people over, a lot of people, and they tend to ruin everything, especially in St. Pete. Uh, we used to have a few haunts around here that were pretty big, getting, 800 people a weekend, and it just caused nothing but problems. When everybody throws their trash around, parks in front of people's driveways, it just makes life miserable. Yeah, we used to have a really good haunt around here. It was the Radley House, and Cody, the kid who did it, actually works for Horror Nights now as a designer.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Yeah, he was real good. Yeah, his stuff was he was really inspired by Horror Nights because you'd go to his haunt and you'd see the stuff that you kind of saw on Horror Nights. He's like, I want to do that, and he was able to do it. He was that good. His stuff was pretty great. And again, he had the same problem: too many people, you know, clogging up the streets, and eventually, as most home haunts that are big, they find out real quick that too big is a problem.
Right. And that's a shame. It's a shame that it only takes one person to ruin, uh, everybody else's fun. That happens, I think, everywhere, which is kind of sad. Um, but you didn't you go on hiatus with No Remorse for a few years?
Yeah. After the first recession, me and the bank weren't getting along anymore because they wanted money and I didn't have it. So when I lost my house, I lost my haunt. So
Wow.
yeah, so I wasn't gonna actually I wasn't even gonna do the No Remorse anymore. That was pretty much gonna be dead in the water, and I was gonna change it over and do more of a conventional haunted facade, old house, and that was gonna be the Harbinger house. But it was just easier to throw the cemetery up in the side yard, and Harbinger will make an appearance not this year, next year. And start building a facade this year so that I can set it up next year.
Very
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and link to your page for No Remorse.
Okay.
So, Are you gonna be like? Are you actively like updating it now and everything?
I update. I build a little bit more every year, and I'm gonna also borrow some stuff I saw from Horror Night that last year. The Graveyard Games was really good for inspiration and what they did, and I've been buying urns like crazy to put up. So yeah,
Nice.
I always add a little bit more. You know, if you build it all at once, you got nowhere to go. So
Yeah.
you build it, build it up slow over time, and gives people something to look at. Find the new stuff every year.
Yeah, I was telling Michael the other day, you know lighting really well. Like the lighting that you had on that cemetery is just awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not difficult. It's really cheap $3 bulbs from China, LED bulbs and spotlight holders.
Yeah.
You just throw them. You grab a red and a blue, and you kind of cross them, and you get purple in the middle, and just it takes a lot of work to set them, but once they're set, you're done. And then what you don't
Uh,
get is the sound. You got to have sound in your haunt if you really want, you know, get the crickets going, the howls hooting, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
do you, Jim? Do you actually do or have trick or treaters come by?
Oh yeah.
Did you have many last year? Oh.
Yeah, he dropped out. There was a connection issue, I think.
Oh. Um. He's running too many lights in his haunt. I'm just kidding.
His phone or whatever he was using may have went to sleep if he wasn't actively like using it.
Yeah, 13 Skeletons. Really great lighting. Jim's got some very cool things. Once we get him back, and the interview is over. 5 minutes. That's all you get, folks.
Oh,
Have a great night.
looks like he might be back in.
Oh.
Yep, maybe.
Well, while we wait for Jim, yeah, I've known Jim for quite a while. I don't even know how many years it's been. He's part of the awesome, amazing crew um, that I got to meet. James, one of them, and all these folks that I rag on. Um, Lee, Mark, the Gleasons, the Potters. There's more coming. He's just one of those folks that are they just don't know it yet. One of the amazing folks that in the a fantastic group uh, that James talked about how we all met. Was it last chat? Oh, God, I'm terrible.
Yeah.
Um,
Sunday.
I'm telling you, I'm terrible with temporal lineage. But that's a trademark phrase. Don't use it. I'm kidding. Um, so yeah, Jim, while we wait on him, hopefully he can hear this. If not, he's just going to miss all these fun things I'm going to talk about. Uh, uh, Jim goes to not just Halloween Horror Nights, but him and his buddy Ronnie, who we're going to get the both of them on here at one point because that'll just be freaking hilarious. That'll just be, oh my God, it'll be like gold. But they actually start at the beginning of the year and they come up with a game plan of where they're going to hit. They're very big into going into haunts around the U.S. And they'll plot and plan. Um, I, you know what, Mark, I don't think you've ever seen Jim eat a turkey leg, but I might be wrong. But yeah, they plot and plan places to go. There are certain haunts that they're staple for them, like Netherworld, uh, and a couple other ones. They do go to Horror Nights just because they're in that Central Florida area. Um, uh, but they've been doing this for quite a while. T-Legs, Potter's still with us. But definitely with no remorse. Because I can remember there was a period, where it shut down. It was kind of sad. But having them resurrect it literally last year was very cool. So um, when we get him back, uh, unless he's just decided to, I don't know, start watching TV or something. I'm just kidding.
Maybe his cord wasn't long enough.
Yes, I will ship him a 10-foot cord.
I
James,
don't know
yeah, I
if
don't
they've
think
been to Colorado.
I don't think they have, but they may have. They may have been to Colorado. But that's a little bit of the background of Jim. Like I said, James and I have known him for quite a while. And no kidding, Potter. Yeah, no, Mark, dude, my phone it can literally be like 12 feet away from me, so I can't even reach it to throw it. So I took care of that problem post haste. But yeah, Jim is actually really cool. He's a cool fella. Tell everybody about No Remorse Cemetery. Like I said, if we get him back on here, we're going to ask him some questions like same thing we did with the last few people. What's your take on how Halloween's going to go this year? Are you going to go bigger and better at your home? Just knowing that probably people will be staying in. Are you going to Halloween Horror Nights? You're going to go to the different haunts, like him and Ronnie do. They need to come see the #1 haunted house in Colorado for you. Well, they do. Hey, James, post a link to it. Post a Facebook link to it. So I am actually on gazillions of the Facebook pages for haunts, and I always want to be sure that if I'm missing one, that I know that because I'll go like it almost immediately.
What's the name of it? And I'll find the link if you can't post the link.
Yeah.
You should be able to post it though.
Yeah. And like James said, just
Oh, I hear him knocking. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Yay, is Jim coming back?
Immediately.
Sounds like he's back.
Uh-oh.
You got me?
Yep.
Yeah.
You got me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, great. I don't know. This thing went to sleep and wouldn't wake up. And
Hell Scream Haunted House Entertainment. All right, I'll find the link for it.
So Jim, while you were gone, I gave everybody that was listening a little bit of the history of how we all know each other, and it's been quite a while. And of course, you started out with the drama group, the HHN drama group as well, and then some of the questions, and actually this is eventually we're going to get. I really would love to get you and Ronnie on here together because that would be a hoot. But
he'll never stop talking.
He'll what?
He wouldn't stop talking.
No, hey,
he's got plenty to say.
No, that's perfect because we actually did a 5-hour and 20-minute chat. So
wow.
if he wants to break that record, holy shit, let's do it.
Yeah, I think the Gleasons would have something to say about that.
You just have to start it at like 2:00 in the afternoon because he's in bed by 8.
8 Eastern.
Yeah, well, he gets to go to work at like 4:00 in the morning. So.
Oh my God, we may have
his friend.
We may have to make a special night for him when it's not a school night or school day the next day.
Exactly.
I think I found a link for it, James. Hold on. Let me know if this is the correct place. Just make sure.
That's true. Mark did go 5 hours too. So, Jim, one of the things that I was telling everybody while you were out for a second was, basically that you, of course, you and Ronnie start making a game plan on places that you're going to go for the haunt season. So the first question is, because everything that's going on right now, have you changed plans? Are you still making plans to hop, skip, and jump, or are you just having to wait until the haunts tell you what they're doing?
Well, we were doing Midwest, which was supposed to have been in about a month, and
Right.
that's been pushed back, and we can't do it now because Ron's vacation. He has to schedule that at the beginning of the year, so he has to choose what time he wants to take off, so it can't be rescheduled. And I
Mm.
don't think it's not going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so that's been changed, and right now we're just not making any plans for, just wait and see what happens. Usually by this time, you know, we're gearing up to do the convention, and then kind of talk about when we're on the convention what the plans are, uh, you know, and then see how it works out. You know, our plan was, I was thinking this year was to go up near Pennsylvania, New Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
hit some of those, but that's definitely not going to happen. Probably if we do anything, it'll most likely just be local stuff this year, because I don't, sadly to say, I don't think we're going to see a lot of haunts this year.
Yeah,
When now
I
when
think I
when
agree
you
with that.
oh sorry James. When now Jim, when you say not see them, do you mean like you don't think that there's going to be as many open, or that basically just you and Ronnie just know because of the there's just no way to plan it, so you're just going to stay local, or maybe a
Yeah,
combo of both?
there's just no way to plan it. That you can't. You already had flights booked, hotels booked for Midwest, and tickets bought for Kings Island. We're gonna go ride roller coasters, the whole 9 yards. And I'm
Right.
just not. I'm not gonna do that again. Not this year. Just if we decide and stuff is open, I can just boogie up to Georgia, or you know hit hit Netherworld again and whatever. Or there's always a quick trip to New Orleans, and there's 4 good haunts right in that area that you can hit in a weekend. So
Right. Are you gonna do HHN this year?
yeah, I'm only an hour and a half away from them. So, and
Right.
with it's pretty inexpensive to go if you go multiple nights. So I usually hit it up, hit Hollow Scream a couple times. The haunted trails we got around here, Scream Again. We got some all right stuff around here to that can carry me for the year if need be.
Right.
Have you ever been to Colorado?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Somebody was
Yes,
asking
sir.
if you guys had ever.
No, we did the further we did make it to California a couple 3 years ago, and Knott's Berry Farm, and we didn't do Universal out there, but we did a few in San Diego, a few in uh, what's the one where the Dodgers are? I can't even. Yeah, I'm brain farts now. Anaheim. Uh,
Hmm.
Anaheim. So that's the furthest we've been, but we hopped over most of the country to get there.
Gotcha.
Last year I met him in Georgia. We went from Georgia. We went. Oh no, we went from Georgia to Alabama to St. Louis to Tennessee, and then back to Georgia. The year before that, we went from Georgia to North Carolina to Virginia to Georgia to Kentucky to Ohio, and then back to Georgia.
That's a hell of a trip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pure driving.
Well, if y'all now James and I a couple chats ago, we've pretty much determined that uh, uh, we probably won't be going anywhere. It's just it's probably just a year to just. I probably won't even do local haunts. I'm just gonna focus on my house and getting it like bigger and better than it was last year. But on that note, if you and Ronnie do decide to go to New Orleans, you basically have to drive
Yes, right.
above Pensacola.
Yeah, we drove through the when uh I think we even talked to you a little bit when we drove, or we were doing a chat or some or texting back and forth when we went several years ago to New Orleans.
Y'all have to stop by, even if for like a lunch or dinner or something.
Yeah,
Keep
I
keep.
think we were coming when we went through Pensacola. I think it was like 2 o'clock in the morning or
Yeah,
something.
it was super crazy hour. So, and I know that's why. Plus, y'all were on a really tight schedule. So, like I said, maybe if y'all just as a side note, if y'all decide to
Oh
maybe,
yeah, yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I just like I said, I just as much as I'm always in for going to New Orleans and all that stuff, it's just one of those years where I think it's just for me, um, it's just a good year just to kind of lay low with everything.
Oh yeah,
Um,
like I said, I don't really that was just more wishful thinking probably than anything. 'Cause I don't think
right, right,
'cause that's supposed to be where the legendary haunt tours this year also.
yeah,
That and anybody who's listening who hasn't done New Orleans and Louisiana for haunts, go. It's a good weekend. You can see four great haunts, all within about an hour of each other. I mean,
hmm
it's easy to do, and it's well worth the trip.
yes. And if you haven't done it at all, you've already missed House of Shock, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
You won't see a show like that anywhere.
No, no, that's man. Um, but yeah, Jim's right. I mean, you've got New Orleans,
Baton Rouge.
Metairie, which Baton Rouge. You got Tickfaw. Uh, yeah, so you got some awesome stuff, and it's it's really kind of it's pretty close by. Um, uh, and that's the good thing about New Orleans, well, about Louisiana. Um, uh, so it's just kind of a shame that this year is just kind of going straight to hell when it comes to all that mess.
Yeah.
So, uh, what um, what do you think is gonna what do you think if you just about what everything's going right now? And I mean, we're already in the first part of May, just about. Do you think that what is your take on what's going to happen with horror nights? What do you think the restrictions are going to be?
Oh, they're gonna. If I don't know how Horror Nights is gonna work with what they're with what little I've read about the distancing, 6 feet apart. Come on, it's a Congo line. It's assholes and elbows.
Yes,
You,
there's
you
another
know,
one.
Assholes and
it's just,
elbows.
All right, so Jim, before I let you keep going, so because this is how awesome you are. So now you've made the third phrase. My phrase is crotch to ass. Then you
well,
got Kevin Motorola was nut to butt. Now we've got we've got elbows to assholes. Oh my God, that's awesome. But uh, we we were talking about HHN and you would think that because you're correct, I think you're correct. Uh, you we're wondering if they are going to tone down the frequent fear pass.
oh, absolutely, that's gonna have to go. There's no way they can sell that pass and limit the crowd. There's just no way. And you're not gonna. And what about the Stay and Scream? I don't know if you've ever seen a picture of the Stay and Scream area.
Oh yeah,
You know,
we did it. I did it last year too. It's
yeah, and by opening time, you see what that's like. You know,
that's like the switchbacks. They're gonna have to do every other
yeah, every
lane.
other line, yep, every other lane, and it's just I really don't see it working out that well. And you're not going to be,
Right.
like they say, they're stiff, shit in your face. You're not going to be touching stuff and getting it out of your way, and and them god all not that Horror Nights does them, but them stupid ass airbag things they do with everybody's snot and jizz all over it. It's
So you're like the fifth guest we've had on here, and no one has ever liked those bags. Why do they keep appearing? No one
Yeah, no
likes
kidding.
them.
I call them cell phone thieves.
God, they're gross.
They are. They're the
Oh
worst,
my
man.
God. Hey, and Jim, dude, two
Yeah.
things real quick. One, Mark wanted to know, did you go to Haunted Hoochie last year in Ohio?
Not last. It's been several years since whenever the last HauntCon. Well, it had been 2 years ago, or Midwest Haunters.
Oh, there you go. That was. I wanted to get that in before I forgot. The second thing I wanted to kind of fill you in, Jim, about the Satan's vagina airbags. We had a fella, Kevin Motorola. He's general manager at Creepy Hollow Woods, the one in Jay, Florida. His quick story was that he actually had somebody go through them, actually throwing up, like barfing all over him. And then people were going through it after them, and it was getting all over them. And
then they throw up.
I thought I thought I was going to throw up, and I was just like, oh my God.
Bad episode of ridiculousness.
Oh God, that's just. But yeah, like James said, we don't think we've heard anybody that likes those things. I mean, at all. They're just, and of course, they're going to be gone this year. You won't see. There's not.
And like I said, if you go through any haunt where there's a closet, you got to walk through the clothes, and anything that's got vinyl hanging in front of you, you're not going to be touching anything. I would assume that's kind of going to be the rule, that you're not touching anything. And I mean, if they do the social distancing thing for Horror Nights, it may be the best thing ever, experience wise.
Yeah.
You'll finally not have a flashlight Nazi telling you to hurry up.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my God. Dude, God. See, okay, I gotta chill out about those damn bags. Ugh.
So they're gonna end up doing more animatronic stuff and less actors this time, so that should be interesting.
Yeah, animatronics, they're good, but they'll never replace an actor.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
You can't, the timing and stepping on the pad at the right time, and it just sometimes it works for you, sometimes it doesn't.
Man, I just gross. Okay, I'm over it.
Okay.
I'm over the bags. I just had to figure out the bag part. That's just because, oh my God, the throwing up. But yeah, I agree. I mean, a good actor, a flesh and blood, always is best over animatronic. But you never know this year, man. I mean, and don't we normally, like, by now have at least the names of a few houses at Horror Nights?
There should they would have had at least a couple of announcements probably by now. I haven't been to really any of the theme park sites. So, usually there's a couple sites that have pretty much told you what all the houses will be by now. And I haven't even bothered to look.
Have you heard the bullshit about Billie Eilish having a house or some shit?
What the hell is that? I didn't even know who she was until some Horror Night page posted that crap, and I went and sampled a couple of her videos, and I don't get it.
Well, good. You're another one that doesn't get it.
I realize I'm old, but I don't get it.
Yeah, my daughter sent me a video and was like, "This is who we were talking about." I was like, "Oh, that's horrible." I couldn't even make it through the song.
I made it 10 seconds, which is a record for me. Ask any girl I've ever dated.
Oh my God.
Hi, Roberta.
Gotta get you back on after night. Hey, Jim, another question from Mark. He said, Did Jim ever eat a turkey leg? I feel I have that memory.
I have eaten a turkey leg. I have had one. It tastes like ham.
It does kind of look like ham and
I mean,
cartilage.
that's pretty much what it. I mean, it tastes like ham. I was unimpressed. I had one, and I'm done.
I've smelled one, and it's all I needed.
Oh, come
Well,
on.
I'll
No.
just. Ugh.
Yep. Oh, look
Now
at with airbags and turkey legs. He's done. He's out for the count.
I'm out because now I just have these. Now I'm just having. See, everything's combining where somebody eats a big old turkey leg in front of me, then
Walks
barfs in
through it.
an airbag, and then I have to walk through that.
He's just
Ugh.
dragging it along the bag.
Gross. I just want to like Lysol the whole park now.
Ugh. You know what? We
This
don't
work-
give Hollow Scream any like credit. We always talk about Halloween Horror Nights, and I know everybody on here loves Hollow Scream too. I just feel like we need to give them a little bit of a shout out because
There ain't nothing wrong with Hollow Scream, especially as cheap as they've gotten. I mean, you walk in for $20. How can you not? I mean, you can't really complain.
yep.
Well, you know, it's if of the three, like of Universal, Disney, and Busch Gardens, I would say Busch Gardens may not open this year. They may.
But Busch Gardens doesn't it they have a big advantage. They're open. You know, they don't have dark rides. All their stuff's out in the open. It's just I think it's better for them actually. And
Well,
with
maybe
the
so.
animals, and with you gotta be there to keep the animals going anyway. I mean, if nothing, a few rides and they're a zoo. So and they sell beer. They sell a lot of beer there. So you give people their free sippy cups of beer and they'll line up and pour in.
Whoops. Let's see what other. Hey, Jim, you and Ronnie, y'all didn't go to 13th floor in Jacksonville, did you? Have y'all been there yet?
Yeah, I've been there a couple times.
Have you? Was it pretty cool?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was, and this is true of most haunts. Their problem was lack of actors, dead spaces, but their sets were good. I mean, really good. Because at when I didn't go the first time I went, yeah, because last year was it? I think it might have been last year. They closed Warehouse 31, which was literally like a half a mile down the road from them. So it was really cool to be able to go right from one to the other, which, with what we do is the biggest problem you'll find is trying to find haunts that are close enough to each other that you can do more than one in a night.
Right.
And to go back to Horror Nights or to Hollow Scream, that's their big advantage. You can go there all night and be entertained all night. Whereas you go somewhere else, you're good for an hour and then you're looking for something else to do.
Yeah, unless you're in Louisiana and you're like literally driving nonstop trying to get to, if you're doing them all in one weekend or in one night.
Yeah, you could do. Well, you're not doing them both all in one night. There's no way.
Oh, I did. Hell yeah, I did. A couple years ago.
You did all four of them in one night?
I did. I swear to God, I did Mortuary, then I did House of Shock because it was still House of Shock. Then
Yeah, they're close to each other.
And actually, I was at Mortuary probably 20 minutes before they opened. So first thing Mortuary, then I went House of Shock. Then jumped in the car with my cousin. We flew up to 13th Gate. We passed up Necropolis. Yeah, because we've done it before, and so it was kind of the same. And then we went over to Tickfaw. And that's by the time we got to Tickfaw, which now I cannot remember the damn name of the haunt. What the hell?
Did you do the ride?
The rock. What you talking about? The one in Tickfaw?
No, Hammond is the Rise. Did you do the Rise? Those are the four that
Oh,
I.
no, yeah. And you know what, Jim? You're right. It's called the Rise, but Tickfaw and Hammond are kind of interchangeable.
Okay.
Some people will say it's in Hammond. Some people say it's Tickfaw. I say Tickfaw because it just sounds like it sounds funnier. But
I just say
yes,
it's out in the bush, man. It is out there.
yes, yeah. But if you look at Hammond and then you type in Tickfaw, it's like for some reason the same damn thing. But yes, it was called it's the Rise because I went to the Rise the first year they were open. Um, but my cousin and we did those three and ended up in Hammond at the Rise, where the line had gotten, and we kind of planned it that way. So we were there for like 2.5 hours, and we didn't get back because she lives in Metairie. We didn't get back to Metairie till like 3 in the morning. But we were able to do all four in one night.
That is I applaud you.
Yeah.
I applaud you.
And we only did it because we wanted to see if it was doable. It wasn't like we were in a hurry because I was there with her for several nights. But it was a Friday night,
Now,
and then I
now,
think
when you did 13th Gate, did you do Necropolis? Oh, see, you didn't do Necropolis. Oh, okay. See there,
yeah,
because I was like,
yeah,
we did 13th Gate and then went to Hammond, and because of Necropolis and the show and all of that, it took quite a while to do Necropolis,
right.
and then by the time we got to the Rise, it was pretty damn late.
Yeah. And see, we had done Necropolis several times, and we just knew that we could just not do it, and that's how
Yeah,
we were able to go from 13th Gate to the Rise. And
yeah,
that's the only reason why we were able to do it because we just bypassed Necropolis.
and that's another
So,
one that's gone. Necropolis is gone.
is it really? What
Yep,
the hell they do?
yep, they changed it to something else. It's not Necropolis anymore.
Oh my God, that sucks. I would love
Yeah,
to have I would have loved to have that whole thing in my yard.
yeah,
And
and it was
anybody
a really good show too.
Yeah, anybody that oh God, it was an awesome show. Anybody that doesn't know what Necropolis was, you can kind of look it up, but it was literally almost a full scale version of an above ground New Orleans cemetery, and it had a show. It was phenomenal.
The
I mean, it
voodoo.
was yeah, yeah, it was huge. It was huge. If you never saw Necropolis, sadly you missed out because it was. I went there 3, 4, 5 times, something like that, and man, I mean it was just an amazing, amazing walkthrough, all outdoors.
Yeah, all
But
concrete. They were all concrete, solid concrete. You know, mausoleums, and the guys would run on the top of them, and jump over you, and run up the walls in front of you. It was
yeah,
insane.
and
And it was huge.
I'll say about this Necropolis. I don't, of course, I go through and all these places, and I just look at the sets. Nothing scares me, but going to Necropolis, the very first time I went, not knowing that those sons of bitches could jump like on top of them, I was like, the words coming out of my mouth were it was just nothing but swear words because what the hell just happened? So anyway,
Yeah, the
um,
scares from above are the best kind.
yeah,
So I
uh,
was looking it up to see if I could find a picture of it. Um, there's one in Indiana, like it's
oh my God.
like five different houses or something.
Damn it, we missed the Potters. Good night, Potters. You're probably already gone. Sorry, Potters. Oh, you got them. Okay. Yes, Mark, you would get jacked by Sasquatch going to the Rise. Um, and yes, Mark, you missing out on House of Shock. I unfortunately have not heard Jim, and you kind of let me know too what you've heard. But what House? Well, 13th Floor I think bought House of Shock, and now it's
Yeah,
called Halloween New Orleans
it's up. Yeah,
Funhouse, some bullshit. Um, but House of Shock. remind me, Mark, and I'll send you some pictures, or I'll post some pictures and some video. There was nothing like House of Shock, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was just, oh
No,
geez.
that show at the beginning was insane, and then
Yeah.
they had the freak show at the end with all the you know the bands and the mutilators and whatever you want to call them, the people that like to stick things through themselves and swing.
Yeah, I think they had Enigma there at least a few times.
That the dude with the
The
body
puzzles.
modifications and the
Yeah,
vibrating tongue and
he's got a bunch of
Um,
puzzle pieces all over him.
and Mark, House of Shock was not an extreme haunt. It was not. It wasn't like the haunt of He Who Shall Not Be Named. Uh, it was extreme in that the pre-show was wild. I mean, basically Satan came out, and
yeah,
it
it's
was
Satan
it was
versus
awesome.
Jesus.
And you actually had, and I've got video and pictures. Just remind me, Mark, that you had people that in front of you, and that was part of the show, would have big hooks put through their skin, and they'd be raised up in the air with these hooks in their skin. No joke. And I've got pictures and video of this one girl who, and I'll just do this real quick, but uh, she, they would show the guy doing it, and he would have like gloves and everything, and they would raise her up, and then to entertain people in the line, if they hadn't gotten in the pre-show area yet, they took the hooks, put chains on them, put the chains on a car door, like a regular old car door, and there was a guy on the car door riding it like a sled with her pulling it with those hooks in her back. That was House of Shock.
Yes, it was.
That was, and the pre-show had flames that shot way the hell up in the air,
Oh,
and
explosions and the
oh
flaming
yeah,
and the spinning pinwheel, and I mean just crazy
yeah,
show that they
yeah.
did that twice a night. But that's the show's what made House of Shock was just, I mean, I guess we only went the year before they closed or sold out. And I mean, it was an average haunt. It was it's funny when you get in these areas, when you get to New Orleans, they're all kind of similar. They all have the same elements. And when we went to Chicago, they all kind of had the same elements. So, when you go by regions, most of the houses tend to have the same kind of feel to them. But that one was a little bit more extreme with
Yeah, yeah.
with the Satanism and then, the freak show.
Um, and Jim, because I'll let you go through and answer this. Mark said, but Hoochie is an extreme haunt where they can grab you and drag you or whatever, not a torture chamber.
Yeah,
I'll let you expand
no,
on that.
they don't. They don't. They may bump into you and touch you, but they don't really drag you. I mean, well, I say they bump you and touch you. I have been slapped there. I have been pushed. You know. Uh, so yeah, they do that, but it's not as extreme. I mean, they're extreme for what they do. Uh, the first time I went, the first scene you walk into is a guy blowing his head off with a shotgun, and it looks real. You know, it's it's intense, and but it's not. I mean, I guess you call it extreme. Let's see. Funny story about Hoochie is the second time we went, I went with Ron and a couple other guys that we were on the hunt tour with, and we go through the first. It when you go to Hoochie, you start. You walk to the first scene, the guy blows his head off. You go to the next, you walk through a little bit, and then you stop at another scene. That's how they pace it. They stop at scenes along the way, and so I say the next scene is you got a stage up, set up, and clowns come at you on either side with chainsaws, and they chase you through, and you start walking again. Well, after that scene, I took the lead, and Ron was right behind me. Well, he went the wrong way. He went out the exit. So I'm in Haunted Hoochie by myself, walking this place, and they are just abusing me to no end. Go to what the next scene was like a Vietnam scene where they got a bunch of soldiers and there's a helicopter above and they're all shooting at each other and they're shoving me down. Get down, get into the ground. And they're shoving me into the wall. Get out of here. By the time I got to the end, which was basically a junkyard scene with this 6'8" guy, 400 pounds in nothing but overalls, I was like a beat dog. Please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. Just let me get out of here. So I guess it is extreme haunt. What do I know?
Well, still not like He Who Shall Not Be Named, but which is not a haunt. But
That doesn't count.
oh yeah, that's just fetish porn.
oh God. So what is not counting Halloween Horror Nights and all that stuff, of all the haunts that you've been to in the U.S., what would you say is your favorite one, and why?
The first time I went, and I would say Dent Schoolhouse, and it was my favorite just because it's a fun haunt, and they followed the whole theme throughout. That everything that was there for a reason. It wasn't just okay, let's throw this scene in, let's throw that scene in. They made it work, it flowed, and I really haven't seen one that's done as good a job as they did.
Mm. Yeah,
And Spooky was haunted.
Oh, they do get high marks from everybody. You haven't been to Erebus yet, have you?
Not yet. That's on the bucket list.
Hmm.
It's definitely on the bucket list, and we missed the tour. I think because Ron's job or something, we couldn't do the Midwest, and that year they went to Erebus.
Erebus, that's the one that has the slide at the end, or like mid scene somewhere. There's a
they might. I know. We just did when we went to Chicago. They did Hell's Gate, which is the guy who owns Statesville Prison, and he had a slide in the middle. And then I know when we went to Fear whatever in Pennsylvania for HauntCon, they had a slide also that you had to go through in the middle. Slides don't work. I'm not a fan of slides.
Yeah, it's pretty much a inflated airbag without the.
These are real metal slides. The one we just did in Chicago. You're sliding down, and when I hit the end, it came to an abrupt stop and jammed my back, and I'm like, this isn't fun. You got to crawl up off of the floor, and just slides. I mean, I guess if you got to run and dive into a slide or a chute or something, maybe that's a little different. But just to sit down, get on a slide, and slide down just really takes me out of the haunt.
Yeah, and it's also I'm very much into ADA compliancy. I think everybody should be able to enjoy, and maybe they have a way to if you're in a wheelchair to get around it. But yeah, to me the thing with the Erebus, which is so cool, is that it was a parking garage. I think that's very cool.
Oh yeah.
That to me is just, and it was like in the world record of the longest walk through haunt or something.
Yeah.
We did
it definitely
Factory of Terror in Canton, Ohio, which is now the holder of that record. They were kind of the same, they were kind of the same thing. They bought it was an old foundry or something, and they bought they were demo guys. So they bought the building, they tore out all the stuff in it and got recycled it, and scrapped it and got the money that paid for the building out of just taking all the old stuff out and scrapping it. And then they built their
That's
haunt in it.
awesome.
Yeah, and
Wow.
that place was long. They literally, it used to be one long haunt, but they had to break it up into two because it was so long that people were peeing in it.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's crazy. Stop in the corner, take a leak, and keep on going.
Jeez. That's God. Well, thank God they no stories of them peeing in a airbag wall.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I guarantee you there's some
So,
urine in them.
oh God. Oh God. Blah. So on the same note, but in the opposite direction, what was your least favorite haunt and why?
Oh, least favorite haunt. Spooky Woods in South Carolina, I think it was. Yeah, that place, was supposed to, you when we always plan to at least hit, a top 20 attraction when we go somewhere. And so that was one of the rated ones on whoever's list. So we go there and they have nobody working in it. Hey, let's walk, hey, they drive you out to the middle of a cornfield and you're supposed to walk back, and we're literally walking through dark woods and there was nobody there. We get we get to the corn maze. There's two people working it. We get into the house. There's like three people working it. I mean, there was literally they had nobody there. You're like, I paid all this money and I came all this way for that. They wound up, Ron got his money back. They gave him his money back because they knew it was a crap fest. And I refused to get a refund because I'm going to hold my opinion that they suck.
What was the ticket price?
Oh, God, well, we had Express, because we always buy, the Express pass or whatever, front line, because we're usually in a hurry to get somewhere else. So
Right.
the idea is, get in and get out as quick as possible. Uh, but, and I brought my girlfriend, so, I got double screwed. I think I paid $100 to walk in there
Oh my God. Hell with that.
for the two of us. Yeah. And then, the thing I hate, they charge you for parking
yeah.
in a field, just to get another $10 out of you.
Jeez.
It looks like they're like spreading themselves too thin here. I'm looking at their website right now. There's like 12 haunts
Well,
at this place.
yeah, well, let's see. I think they had three. Well, I don't know what they consider haunts, but I think there was three. And to be perfectly fair to them, I believe like 2 weeks before we went, they had like some serious flooding or something, and I think that messed up a lot of people as far as the haunts and working and or what have you. So if my memory's correct, I think that's what happened.
Now you've done some stuff in Pennsylvania, right? You said.
Yes.
Did you do
Yes.
the what Terror Behind the Walls at the Eastern State?
No, because we did what haunt. We did it for HauntCon,
Hmm.
and we started in Pittsburgh, and I think we actually even wound up going to Ohio because Pittsburgh's closer,
Yeah, that
to
makes sense. It's not.
that side of the state.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were kind of limited on what we could do because of radius and travel. But no, we didn't get to do that. That's why I said earlier our plan was like kind of Pennsylvania was to go over more towards the east side of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, there's a lot up here.
Yeah,
They're all over the place. I mean, there's a
yeah,
few
it's like
really good
Ohio.
ones.
Yeah,
Field of Screams is like one of the bigger ones around. That's probably the closest one to me besides Jason's Woods.
yeah. We did do a one in near Pitt. Well, it was like an hour away from Pittsburgh. That was a farm with the hay ride, and they had a huge haunt. Oh man, that thing was huge that they built just for it. It was really nice, but you know, it wasn't it wasn't a high end one. Hopefully,
Speaking,
I'm hoping we can get up there because my ultimate bucket list is Haunted Overload. I desperately want to see that place.
yes. Oh my God. Uh, yeah, yeah. There, God, there's so many good ones you hear about, and you're literally like, if you could only win the lottery,
Yeah, that's
it's just, um, and speaking of Hong Kong, though, go back into Hong Kong. Did you see where it's moving back to Dallas with the Halloween and Party Expo?
visit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um,
well, that is a good thing about Hong Kong is they moved all over the place. When they go to one place, it's just I just don't find it that interesting.
well, I mean, when the Halloween Party Expo bought it, because they actually bought HauntCon.
Yeah,
Um, and I went the first year that I went, God, the year that we had the snowstorms here. I did go to HauntCon when it was in Dallas, had a blast. And of course, the Halloween Party Expo that's also just a jaw dropper. But I thought it was really cool that they were gonna. I thought they said they were permanently moving to New Orleans, but apparently not so much. Now that
yeah,
they're back
yeah.
out
I've
again.
been there for a while.
Well, they were in New Orleans for 3 or 4 years or something like that, or something like that. It wasn't,
It's at least three.
yeah. Because I went to it one time while it was there, but
Did Pickle still own it then?
no, no, no. He it They bought it when it was in Dallas.
Did they? Well, I know he's still associated with it for a while, I think.
Oh, he still is. To this day, he still is. I guess he runs it or whatever. But Hong Kong got kind of small. Uh, uh,
Oh, it got
I-
real. That's why we stopped going. It just, and when they got stagnant, that's when we definitely bailed out.
yeah. Um, I didn't do any of I didn't do the tours that they had when I went. The one time in New Orleans, I was like, I don't even know what the hell this is. I think the Rise was open, but nothing else was, or something like that. I couldn't remember. It just wasn't worth it. The Halloween Party Expo is a lot of fun.
Is
Oh
it?
my God. Yeah. Oh wait, did you ever go to it?
No. Uh-uh.
Shoot, the Halloween and Party Expo is frickin' massive. If you want to know everything that everybody's going to sell during Halloween, like Spirit and all those other ding dong places, you go to Halloween Party Expo, and then if you find vendors that are really cool, they'll actually sell you their stuff at cost, even though they're not supposed to. uh,
Want to sell it?
they'll sell it.
Yeah, they
It's
want to
cool though.
they want to bring it home.
But oh boy, I I when I went to New Orleans for HauntCon, um, wait, did we lose Jim?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Oh, maybe we lost James. Yeah. No.
I'm here. I was
Yeah.
coughing, so I muted myself.
Oh. No. When I went, it was a couple years ago when I went to the Halloween Party Expo and HauntCon. You could walk through HauntCon in about 2 minutes,
Yep.
but to do the Halloween Party Expo would take you hours. It was fantastic. So anyway, it's something if you never have done it and you get a chance to do it at least once, maybe not for Hong Kong, but to go to a Halloween Party Expo is awesome. It's very
Well,
awesome.
maybe one year, 'cause there are some haunts in Dallas or Texas that I'd like to see, but that's just Texas is just so, it's like Florida. It's so big
Yeah.
to get anywhere takes forever.
When I uh, when I went to Hong Kong or Halloween Party Expo when it was in Dallas or whatever, it was the year that we had the freak snowstorm, and I left Pensacola, and I had mapped it out, with Google Maps turned on. It was supposed to take me about 8 hours to get there. Holy crap! No, 7 hours, I think. It took me 11 hours to get there, and I look, I'm Floridian. I don't know how to drive through snow or sleet or fucking anything that's cold. I was just like, what the
Or
hell?
rain.
Or rain. I was like, Jesus. And this is my quick story with this. I was actually going, and as I was in Louisiana, like I said, my cousin lived in Metairie. I was begging Google Maps to get me through Louisiana, and Google Maps was showing me how bridges and stuff were closing around me, and I kept forcing it to get me out of Louisiana on the other side, because I couldn't go backwards, and I couldn't get down to my cousin. Like, if I just said, screw it, I'm not going to do it, I'll just hunker down, I couldn't get down to Metairie where she was at because everything was closed. And as I was going, and I mean, Google Maps was diverting me for 30 minutes here, an hour there. I spent most of my diversion time in Louisiana. I ended up in Baton Rouge, going over whatever that really, really, really tall metal bridge is, kind of close to 13th Gate. And I remember everything was icing over. I was in a rental car, and the damn defroster didn't work. The heater worked, but the defroster didn't work. So I had to crank the heat up really high so I could defrost the car. I had to take my shirt off because I was sweating balls, and in the car, and I'm going up this icy metal bridge, and I'm
Nice.
thinking, I'm gonna slide down this SOB, and I am never ever gonna do this again. And I got behind this truck. So I don't know how I diverted the story, but I got behind this truck, like a regular old Ford pickup. I was afraid they weren't gonna make it. This 18-wheeler was coming on my left, going up kind of slow, and he passed us. And I mean, I literally just slid over behind him because I'm like, this guy's going to make the hump. And he did. I don't know what happened to the guy I was behind, but not 15 minutes after I made it to the other side of the bridge, that bridge closed.
Yep.
Man, sorry, that was my I'm never. And then I actually I left HauntCon and the Haunting Party Expo a day early because the weather got better, but it said that it was going to do it again. Like the day I was supposed to. Oh no. Anyway, that's my long-winded, nobody asked for it story about me driving in snow and ice, and that's bullshit. So
You got Mark excited.
You don't have a Halloween convention in January.
Do what now?
So
Sorry.
you don't have a Halloween convention in January.
Well, yeah, yeah. Oh my God, that was just hot and sweaty and sliding down a metal pole. Yep, Mark, that's exactly what I was doing for hours. I actually called the hook because I told the hotel, you guys.
Yeah, but you're raking all the singles. How many singles did you make sliding down that wet pole?
I would like to have made some singles, but I made no singles.
So you're throwing the big dollars at you, huh? 5s and 10s?
5s and 10s. I'm surprised I didn't crap myself. I'm just kidding. Anyway, that was the story that nobody asked for, but now you know my harrowing experience with about a half inch of snow and sleet.
I've never even seen snow, so I wouldn't know how to drive in it.
I was literally, this is how stupid I am. I did not check the weather map because I didn't think about it. As I was in Louisiana, I'm like, I thought a volcano had erupted because I'm trying to think, what the hell is all this white stuff that's starting to go around me? And I was like, where the hell is there a volcano in Louisiana? And I'm like, holy shit, that's snow. I'm like, well, this is bullshit. And everybody that lives up north, you can go to hell.
It's not that bad.
It's a foul substance.
Hey, Maryland's prepared for it. PA is not a place you want to be in the snow. PA does nothing.
Well,
Maryland, you're fine. You can drive normally, for the most part. PA,
once I got
there, you might as well forget it. You might as well be driving in Florida in the snowstorm.
No, I'm not ever. Snow better never ever rear its head in Florida ever again, because it did snow when I got back. When I got back, it was, oh my God, that's just, I don't. You know what? Good for you if you like snow. That's all I can say.
Well, it comes with the whole fall thing, you know. You got to get the snow if you're gonna have a solid fall.
Bullshit.
And really, we
Not
had
anymore.
a very like mild winter. We had probably one snowstorm.
Oh, just one.
Yeah, and I mean
Yeah,
it was like a day. So you lost one day that was like sketchy driving.
Uh, Lord. But anyway, that's like I said, the story. Um, Before I forget, because Jim, have you already started plotting and planning for your decorations this year? Probably have.
Oh yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna. I've got some stuff that I didn't finish last year that I'm gonna do this year, and then of course, Christmas decorations that get repurposed. So, I found some angel statues at Costco, so they're gonna become tombstones.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
I
I'm
love
gonna.
I love going buying angel statues and stuff in the stores, and all the little old ladies are looking at you. Oh, that sweet young man bought an angel statue, and I just laugh on the inside, thinking what I'm gonna do to it.
Trying
I'm.
blood.
Yeah, no kidding. I would just
Flat,
pop the head
flat
of a.
heel.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting. Well, I'm thinking about. I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to get into programmable LEDs this year. I'm going to get some pixel LEDs
Oh God.
and try my hand at it this year for Halloween and Christmas.
Yeah, that's
So,
the programmable thing. Just is what you tell how tech savvy I am with all this stuff I had to do just to do this.
uh,
That scares me. It's just I like simple stuff. Plug it in, turn it on, done.
well, I like that stuff too, but I also like it when I can, if I can really control it. So,
Oh yeah,
uh,
yeah. I mean, you can make a nice show. That's all that matters. I just ordered a laser engraver.
no, really,
Yeah, I did. It was cheap, $200 or 220 after shipping. I'm like, and it does a 16 by 16 area. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try and laser engrave some tombstones and see what happens.
Nice.
dude, did you buy it new or was it used?
No, it's new. It's new. I can when I get off here, I can throw a link and it's on the Florida Hunters page. The guy threw a link up there, and it's
Ooh,
there's YouTube reviews on it, and they said for $200 you can't go wrong.
no kidding, man. Do you know what the name of it is? Top of your head.
Uh,
Don't worry about it if you don't.
Ortho, something like that. It's you know, I can't hear. Actually, I can probably go online and look it up real quick right here.
Yeah, I mean, don't, like I
No,
said, you can look at it.
I just go to my email receipt and it'll give me the name of it real quick.
But you haven't gotten it yet, right?
No, I ordered it 2 days ago, and it's Gear Beast is selling it. Uh,
Dude, you have to totally, once you start using it, um,
it's the
let me,
Ortho Laser Master. It was $211.40. So
wow. Yeah, when you get a chance, throw a link up or here
yeah,
or like even in the After Dark group or whatever. Um, yeah, because that is actually a really good price, especially if it gets good reviews.
yeah. Like I said, I watched a couple YouTube reviews on it, and they both said the exact same thing. I just, hopefully, I'm hoping that that even if it doesn't engrave the 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 tombstone, it'll mark it out, and that'll save me a lot of time. It can burn the pattern. I can just come back with a Dremel if necessary. But I'm thinking it'll be hot enough to actually burn the foam.
That's sweet.
Yeah, because I've been really looking into CNC routers to make this. I there's a couple places that make the tombstones, and I see what they do, and for what they charge, damn, it's not that hard.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm hoping it works out.
yeah, well, you'll be my experimental group then, because if it works for you, I'll snag one Faux show.
I'll throw you the link, and I'll throw the link for those YouTube reviews too.
Yeah, I don't know if I could ever own one of those because I would just fucking engrave everything. Like
Well,
everything
yeah,
I could find, I'm just gonna start fucking engraving it.
whether you want to or not, whether it needs it or not.
Yep. TV remote. I'm just fucking engraving it.
Mark said gonna have a burn down cemetery this year.
I can do that.
Yeah,
You
no
can make it. I can make it work.
That's actually funny.
It'll look natural.
I eventually want to get a 3D printer, but I really want a Formlabs. And they're expensive, but I eventually would like to get a Formlabs 3D printer.
Yeah, 3D printer would be fun.
Yeah, I just don't know what I'd be making a bunch of crap. I don't have enough crap around my house.
I think the issue with that I would get so ambitious that I would make something that needs like 1,000 pieces to put together, and it would just take me like 7.5 months to do it all.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I could have done this easier some other way.
I see them, and I mean they look cool, but I think I'd just rather have the router that can cut something cool. I don't envision myself 3D printing a lot of I don't know if you guys seen the Gary Fay, who does the hand finger extensions with
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's
yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, and he has done a lot in a very short amount of time. I mean, he's become
in about
very
a year.
well known.
He's really, I mean, he's put himself. He must be doing all right. All them printers he's buying.
Yeah, that's some cool stuff though. God, it's some cool stuff. And then do you see where Adam Savage
Yeah.
got a set of them?
And, Lady Gaga too.
Yeah, but I can't stand Lady Gaga, so
Lady Gaga.
I didn't.
Yeah,
Gagger.
but still, that's some damn good exposure.
Oh yes, I mean 110%. No doubt. I just can't stand Lady Gaga. So I had to mention Adam Savage.
Like meat suits.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you know what? You done laid down the gauntlet. I don't like people who have gotten extremely wealthy and well known for doing nothing more than copying everything else that somebody's done. The meat suit was done back in, I think, God, what was her name? Lady Gaga has just none of the stuff she's done is original. Sorry, there's songs that she's done that are not original, that she's taken songs that nobody knows about, and I just happen to have heard them and know about them just because blah blah. The meat suit was bullshit. That was it. Just the whole thing. I don't like her. So there you go.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh, look at me. I don't. I'm really indifferent on the situation because I don't. She comes up like in my life in no way, so I'm all right with
it. No. But I'll tell you this much: if I had to choose between Billie Eilish or Lady Gaga having a house outing, I would go ahead and choose Billie Eilish just for shits and giggles.
Oh jeez.
But it, like you say, Jim, it was good exposure for Gary Fay. So, but his stuff is phenomenal. I mean, it's just phenomenal. And yeah, having the army of 3D printers is just, it's amazing to see his setup. So,
absolutely. I was ready and set to buy a pair of his hands, but he was going to make some. They're too long for what I want to use them for my costume. So he kept saying he's going to make some shorter ones, and he ain't done it yet. So I'm just waiting. I'm chomping at the bit to buy some, but he ain't ready.
Well, like you say, I mean, give him time, I guess. I bet you he's God. I can't imagine. I wonder how backed up he is. You know.
Yeah, he says he's busy he's pretty busy. So, but he's
Well,
always he spends a lot of time tweaking them things.
yes.
I mean, there's always a change in them somehow, some way, and which is fine. But at some point, got to keep things the same so you can keep the flow going.
Well, yeah, and definitely to sell them. But yeah, and he seems like a really cool cat too. He might be somebody to put on here
Yeah,
to talk. So,
yeah. You might
uh,
you might throw in a conversation, but he's in Australia, so I don't know what the time difference is.
yeah, I don't know. That's one of the things I guess James and I need to look into because there's some folks in like the UK that I'd love to have on here, but it's like I don't even know what the hell o'clock in the morning it is probably there.
Hey, we can do a 2 o'clock in the afternoon stream. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no kidding. Because all of these are turning into podcasts anyway. And just I need to read out what Mark said. That's saying something. Rather see a tweaked out 16-year-old or some old chick in a meat suit, and that's true. Yeah, I'd rather walk through a haunt designed by some obscure 16-year-old tweaked out girl than Lady Gaga.
Well, tweaked out 16-year-olds can be kind of terrifying. So
Yeah, and honestly, some old chick in a meat suit could be too, but I'll pick the
That's what
lesser
you
of two
guys are
evils.
looking for. Pasco County's got all the tweaked out 16-year-olds you're looking for.
in fact, it is not
Yeah, no shit. Yeah.
for legal
Well,
reasons.
yeah, I was gonna say here we have what's called the Brownsville area, and can't say that they're 16-year-old tweaked out people, but they're 61-year-old tweaked out people, and I think some of them are not girls. Well, that's true, Mark, but there again, I'm sorry, but I cannot watch more than 15 minutes of American Horror Story. It's just freaking like The Walking Dead. I don't understand. I don't understand the lure of it. This is no joke. Try to watch 2 random episodes of American Horror Story, and the first 15 minutes, I don't know what the hell was going on, but all they were doing was banging each other and more banging and some more banging and banging over here and banging over there. And then a jump scene over to them people banging and banging and banging. I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I
this
think you watched American Horror Story.
Yeah.
That's the porn version.
Did you check the link
maybe
that you were watching it on, or
this was on TV, but maybe y'all are right. I don't know.
smart TVs can do that too?
I guess so, but like I said, I watched the entire first season of The Walking Dead, and my friend, I was like, this show won't make a second season, and I'll be damned if it didn't just
13
go on.
years later.
Yeah, and offshoots and horror nights, and I'm like, Jesus, what the hell? Zombies are pawns. They're not main characters, but I guess people just want to watch shows that drag on for 300 hours and they walk 2 feet. That's great.
I can't say that
Mark,
I really hate American Horror Story. Like I can get into some of it. It is really just like it's mind numbing. That's all it is. It's just something to put on.
well, it's just
I don't get invested really in the stories or anything.
I only watched one season, and it's that stupid season with the political crap.
That was
And,
horrible. Yeah.
and I watched it 'cause I had to watch till the end. And I'm, wow, did I just waste how many ever hours? And like, I don't ever need to watch another one again.
I guess also I don't really watch a lot of TV. I mean, I just don't. I'm catching up on stuff now that I've been told to catch up with, and I'm enjoying the things that I'm doing. I'm enjoying it. Of course, just total offshoot. I finished up Star Trek Picard. I actually enjoyed that very much. But there's no way I'm going to binge watch frickin' American Horror Story or The Walking Dead or, I don't know, Karen of The Walking Dead and whatever the hell else that comes out from that stupid ass show. Yeah, see, Jabby, man, I couldn't even I couldn't watch I couldn't watch one whole season. I literally have watched a total of 30 minutes, two 15 minutes, two random shows, not back to back. And Mark, I did not watch Haunted Hill on Netflix. Is it good? I guess it is.
I just rewatched Eureka. Like, I love that show. Has nothing to do with anything we're talking about, but damn it, that was a good show.
Well, neither does me driving half naked to Texas, but
Well,
I had to
there's
tell the
some
story anyway.
horror in that.
Yes, there is. Woobity doos. But Lord, as usual, we're just all on tangents here.
Yeah.
But and it's always my fault. I know it is. So let's see. James, what other questions do you have for Jim?
I believe we got all the ones I was going to ask him. I wanted to get him some exposure on here since I know he was reigniting his house.
Yeah, that's 50-year-old man. Dude, when I was doing that, I was not 50-year-old, and I don't have man boobies, but that's okay. But thanks, Mark. I look forward to hearing your 5,000 pounds of ice flowing through my headphones.
And I definitely was interested in hearing what he was going to be doing this year.
Yes. Yeah, going back on Jim. Yeah, man, you definitely, it's fascinating, when you're walking everybody through the things that you're doing. You should totally keep up with it this year, especially if you're going to be putting out a display.
Well, we'll talk out even if there's no trick or treaters. I'll throw candy through their windows as they drive by.
Dude,
trick or treat, bitch! Just fucking launch it.
And of course, here it'd be like, it's Mardi Gras, some bitches. It's spooky Mardi Gras. Yeah, Jim, we talked about that too. Is like, it's like literally you should put on everybody should put on a big show at their house, even if trick or treating can't occur.
Yeah,
this year.
Give them something to do. Drive around the neighborhood, like your mom used to do for you with Christmas lights. Get in the car, everybody. Let's go look at Christmas lights.
That's actually what I plan on doing. I'm going to be checking out 13 Skeletons this year because of that exact reason.
Yep. Decorate your yard.
Hey, Jim. Mark's question is: isn't there a story of Ronnie being dragged down a hallway in a haunted house?
Dragged down a hallway? No. He was at the Hoochie, however, I'm not going to say sexually assaulted, but he was sexually harassed by a clown who had a weird fixation with humping his backpack.
Oh my God. What the
hell? He dry humped Ronnie's backpack, which is why I will never wear a backpack ever.
Well, that basically eliminates the Gleasons because they are nothing but backpacks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, easy targets. I'm telling you. He'll never live that one down, and he'll admit it too. So it's not like I'm making up stories.
See, that's why we got to figure out: does Ronnie work on Saturday mornings?
Ron is off on Wednesdays and Sundays.
Okay.
Ron has a shit schedule.
Okay. That's fine.
It's really hard for doing Halloween season because he's got to work Saturday morning. So, you can't leave anywhere until just about Saturday afternoon to try and get anywhere.
Oh, wow.
Ron's like 6'18". Oh, it's such a fucking Mark thing to say.
Well, we have to.
6'4", I think is what he is.
Well, what we have to do is we'll have to figure out, because we got to get Ronnie on here. We got to get the Potters on here too, but we'll have to work around Ronnie's schedule and just have a special live chat, because that's easy. We're really not on a super schedule. I mean, we are and we aren't.
Well,
but
right now because of the way shit is it, because he does deliveries, so is they're not getting very much product or whatever it is. I think he's not really working all that long, so he may be able to jump on here at 8 o'clock or something one night. Shoot him up. He's always willing to talk about Halloween.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah, yeah,
you want to talk about how much he hates horror nights? You got 6, 7 hours on that alone.
yeah. Yes. See, we gotta do that. We gotta do that, and then we gotta just broadcast it everywhere because, oh my God, that's just funny. But then, of course, like I said, I'd like to get both of you on here too because y'all tag teaming, especially with all the places y'all have gone to. I mean, y'all have throughout the many years, y'all have always had like a very, very cool schedule as far as the haunt season. So,
Uh, well, we try, we try to do, you know, as much as we can and go to different places because, like I said, like I said earlier, with the different regions, you just see different stuff,
yeah.
and at times it's a curse. It really is because you become so jaded, you know, and I've seen so many haunts, I can't even remember them all. I remember bits and pieces of them, but they all start looking the same after a while. So this virus may be a blessing in disguise. I may get a little bit of a break, you know, and recharge the batteries a little bit.
Right. Right. And I mean, gotta say it, and stay safe in the process. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, exactly. You know, I think I'm a healthy person, but I did smoke for a lot of years, and I do work construction and breathe crap, and who knows? I definitely don't want to find out.
right, right. This is definitely going to be a wild year, and everybody that we've had on so far has had, it's totally varying responses to, are you going to go out? Are you going to do this? Um, like, you and Ronnie are like the first ones that are kind of playing it by ear and would have no problem if it was kind of like just a local stay around kind of do. Then you got the Gleasons and Lee who are just, you know, they're if they don't get to Disney like tomorrow, they're gonna just go postal or something. I gotta listen to Lee all damn day now talking about, oh, 2 more days to go to the beach or I'm like, okay, crazy bitch. I love Lee to death.
This
I've
this
just known
this
her
stay
forever.
at home, it's just another day to me. I don't go anywhere and do anything anyway, so it really hasn't changed my lifestyle at all. Except for I wear a
Yeah.
mask when I go into stores now.
Well, with me, the beach thing stopped forever ago, and
Yeah.
it just, and same thing with me too. Yeah, and James and I talked about this. Really, um, I just like my parents, they're like, this is pretty much, we don't go anywhere, we don't do anything. I stay at my house because most humans annoy the unholy bejesus out of me, and so now I just, yeah, so it's the same thing. It's just this year would have been, you just, it sucked. Of course, everybody with Halloween or Valentine's or Christmas, whatever. If your thing is Halloween and you're just super excited about it, and then all of a sudden you've got something that is really, really throwing a monkey wrench in it, um, that kind of sucks, But it's gonna be like that for people that love Christmas or Thanksgiving or anything international. The international stuff. It just
Or
sucks.
or summers.
Or summer, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's snowbirds that come down to Central Florida to get the hell away from whatever, and nobody can go anywhere.
Yep.
Um, it's just the whole thing is just weird. But um, it's like James has said, the weirdness has kickstarted us into getting this started after 347,000 years. Um,
Yeah,
so that's kind of cool.
there is that.
Yeah, I don't think Lee's here, Mark, so that's why I can rag on her and not get shanked.
Yeah. Till she plays this back.
She won't.
Oh, well,
Somebody will snitch on me though.
well, she already Mark already tagged her, so
Oh, he did? Oh God, I didn't see he tagged her. Well, Somebody had to eventually. So I guess if I abruptly have to get off air, it's because Lee is already.
On our way.
Yeah, she's on her way, or she's already put a stake in my heart. One of those two.
Well,
But
voodoo doll.
she didn't have to do a voodoo doll. She could get in her car and be here in about 7 minutes, and I wouldn't even know it. She'd sit there and karate chop the hell out of me, and then choke me with her hair and leave me out to die.
You'd let her.
I don't think I'd have a choice.
Well,
Not with. Oh, don't keep tagging Lee. Jesus Christ, you're gonna be here. It's gonna be not good. That's true. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a Lee. Well,
yeah.
I guess y'all have to know Lee. But
Can you dodge traffic?
right now you can, because here in Pensacola we don't have any.
I don't know. We still find traffic.
Man, not here. Thank
Sorry
God.
about that.
Yeah, you're cool.
The dog was going
But,
freaking ape shit.
But dude, we're almost at the 2 hour mark, and I don't want to keep you because too much longer, because I know where you're at, it's 11 almost. So man, I guess James, do you want to kind of wrap it up
Yeah.
at the 2 hour?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, dude, Jim, man, it's fantastic talking to you like this again. It's been forever, so we got to do this more. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for answering all those awesome questions. Totally need to keep up No Remorse Cemetery on Facebook. So,
Yeah, as soon as I build some stuff, I try to post it on there. They're constantly sending me nice little notices. They think I'm a business. So, hey, you haven't done anything on No Remorse. I know. I'll get on it.
well, and we'll James and I will pay attention, and we'll shoot it out to Haunted Hospice, and we're gonna definitely have you back on here, and then you and Ronnie. Oh my God.
Yeah, that'll be a trip.
Oh my God, I'm literally I'm just all happy and excited because that will be just hilarious. So we'll have to arrange it, but yeah, man, thank you so much for coming on.
No problem, guys. I appreciate you inviting me.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. So dude, thank you. Thanks to everybody that watched tonight. James, I'll let you actually lead us out tonight because I talk like a sumbitch.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, guys. Appreciate you guys liking the stream, sharing it, sending it out to people, hanging around, interacting. It's a good night, So our next stream is going to be Friday, which I mentioned earlier, is going to be one of our After Dark streams. So it's going to just kind of be craziness. Nothing. There's no agenda whatsoever. It's just kind of us screwing around. I'm going to be playing the Sega Genesis game called Haunting, featuring Poltergeist. We're going to have our normal conversation stuff going. See if we can get the Gleasons on. Maybe they'll keep the chat going live for a while. Maybe we get Mark back on with his bucket of ice. But it's gonna do it for tonight, I think. Appreciate you guys hanging out.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and send us out here, and we'll see you Friday at 9:00 Eastern time. But
thanks, Jim. Thanks all.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, man. Ciao.